Would you use one at a time or see how it goes or mix them? Yeah, so that's a great question. Like obviously you don't need to take all of these different herbs because that's a lot and would probably be super expensive. So you can go to these individual pages that the herbs are listed on, read more about them, and if they have like contraindications, if you shouldn't mix them with certain ones. Yeah, a lot of these herbs you can take in conjunction with each other, but there are warnings if you shouldn't do that. That's why that's why I'm saying, like, I'm just showing you the tip of the iceberg right here. It's really important that you do your own research and look further into all of this. Ideally have this book in hand so you can do all that research properly and learn the right way, because not everything even that you find online from like the different blog posts is going to be totally accurate. You want to learn from an actual herbalist. Like if you're not taking an herbalism course, you got to have a book that's coming straight from an herbalist, like this book is. Joshua said, this is what we had before the beep started pushing pills and not holistic healing. Exactly. I probably can't even say that word. That's why I beeped myself out. It's crazy. OMG, that right there. Whoops. Yeah, thank you guys for sending all the hearts, sweet love, sending chili peppers, bears, cranes, swans, donuts, roses, tiny dragons. You guys are the sweetest. Let's see. I love seeing your face, your beautiful face in the chat, sending all these things. Same with me, Kathy. Okay, so ulcerative colitis. So that has its own page. Also with something like this, I would definitely recommend looking at like something like leaky gut, even indigestion in general, because indigestion would definitely be like a root cause of a lot of these different things related to gut. Okay, so bone stuff is the book you have available. Oh, can't show that. That's what I mean by having to censor myself so that I can actually share this information with you guys carefully. You have a gift of patience and kindness, my friend. Oh, thank you, Christina. I keep on seeing you in the chat too. I love seeing all the people that have been here for a while. You guys are seriously the sweetest. Like sweet angels. Really makes my day. My birthday is tomorrow, so I just feel like I'm being surrounded by so much love. So that's the whole bone section. Osteo. You had said something with osteo. Yes, because my voice brings you peace. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you guys. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, your vibe attracts your tribe. So true. You guys are so nice. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just purchased. Awesome, and thank you. Thank you for the birthday love. Also, my sister gave birth yesterday. Super cool. 2 Taurus babies were born 2 days apart from each other. Very synchronistic. Thank you guys. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Yes, I'm probably gonna go out to the coast and hike along the coast. Yeah, thank you for my sister. Probably gonna go hike on the coast, maybe go tide pooling, eat some oysters. I really want to go to an Asian market and get some durian. It's my favorite fruit ever. It is a great blessing, absolutely. On a hike. Oh no. No, it's fun. I want to go on a hike. There's a beautiful trail close to me. I get to hike along the coast, and be next to the ocean, and there's a bunch of trees. It's all foresty. I get to climb the trees. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Watch the sunset. Sore throat. So that's under, I feel like it's under infectious diseases, something like that. Induce period, balance hormones. Yeah. So sore throat is right here. And then we have someone in the chat asking about need a golf court. So like female health too. So that's gonna balancing hormones if you and fibroid too. Yeah. Sabriel. That has a lot to do with endo. For fibroids, I would look into the endo section as well as hormone regulation and nerve damage too. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we can do that too. So inducing a period. So basically, like, yeah, you're not having your period. So that could have a lot to do with amenorrhea when you're missing your period. I also dealt with that before too in my teenage years. So amenorrhea has everything to do with hormone regulation, and not having your period can have a lot to do with like not even having sufficient progesterone levels, which is a really important female fertility hormone. Progestation helps with having a baby. Whether you want to have a baby or not, it is so important for us ladies to be fertile, because that's going to help to regulate our entire system, lower inflammation, and also just really good for like glowing skin, beautiful hair, beautiful nails, like literally everything. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. There's also all of this too, like menstrual cycle. This would be a good area to reference. And then someone's asking about nerve damage. Okay, so I would reference the nervous system section, and that would be like literally everything in here. A lot of like really potent nervine herbs in general. Lion's mane, honestly, like lion's mane is mentioned in almost every single one of these because it has the ability to repair neurons and our nerves, our whole nervous system in general. There's also nerve pain relievers, because that's probably super painful to have nerve damage. And then also maybe even like sedatives, because if it's so much pain that you're dealing with, having a sedative option would be really helpful. And then maybe even stress in general, because any sort of chronic condition that we're dealing with is super stressful. So it's always a good idea to reference this section too. Holy basil. This is one that holy basil, lion's mane, reishi, those are all listed in here. I take them every day. And they also work better over time too. Kidneys, PCOS, yes. High prolactin, Miss Lotus. Yeah, I would definitely reference the female health section for that. Wait. Yeah, the hormone regulation section, maybe even fertility too, because it's completely related. Thank you guys for sharing. Chris Farley. Okay, I'm trying to do everything in order. There's also polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. So there's a PCOS section, which again, we were just talking about fertility and hormones. It has everything to do with fertility and hormones. This is something that I've personally dealt with. And hormone regulation is key with PCOS. Let's see. Kidneys, wife and mom says. Yes, definitely. Yeah, there's so many questions that keep on coming up in the chat, you guys. I'm just doing my absolute best to like stay on track. And I'm not meaning to skip over anyone, I promise. There's just a lot of questions and I want to help all of you. Okay. The frogs are chirping. Okay. Thank you, Divinely Goddess, for sharing. Thank you guys all for sharing the live. It helps it get out to more people. Someone says, is this... David says, humans were meant to heal from the earth. But also health from the earth too. Like both are totally... Even though it's a typo. I feel you. Okay. Excessive hair loss. Okay. Thank you, Divinely Goddess. So that has a lot to do with hormones. So I would, whether you're a man or a woman, I would reference the hormone section as well as the hair loss. So there's hair loss, but also like, are you eating enough protein? Because if you're not, that can cause a lot of hair loss. Eating sufficient protein, like 30 grams of protein at every single meal, can be hard to do, but it's super, super key for regrowing your hair. The frogs are frogging. They are. Wife and mom, thank you. My sister was in kidney failure. I'm trying to help them go strong. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she gets better. Praying for her. Gallstones. So that's going to be under... Yeah, this whole area. Gallbladder, gallstones. And as I keep on saying... Oh, nausea. Okay, I keep on seeing nausea come up. Sorry, I keep on seeing your stuff, but then it gets flooded with other ones. I'm not trying to skip over anyone. I'm trying to also stay very focused too, because I'm like reading stuff, saying... Yeah, anyways. So there's gallstones, but nausea. A really great herb for that is ginger. You can just take ginger, whether that's like in tea form... like little ginger gummies, chews, candies, things like that. Ginger is super helpful for nausea. I get really bad motion sickness, car sickness. I get really like boat sickness, everything like that when I'm traveling on an airplane, and ginger has been the most helpful thing. Yeah, David said there's something called the liver gut skin axis. Crazy how the gut affects skin health. Exactly. And every time we're going into the skin section, that's why I keep saying, always want to focus on your liver and your gut health when you're dealing with any sort of skin issue, like acne, psoriasis, dermatitis, psoriasis. It all has to do with your liver and your gut health, and really referencing not only the skin section, but the liver and the gut health section too is going to be super key for giving you a comprehensive look at all the things that you're wanting to get to the root of. Getting from it at all angles. Ginger and soursop tea is life for nausea. Black Queen says. Awesome. Thank you. Dandelion is a super herb. It's everywhere. I think you mean Gwen says. Yeah, thank you. I love when you guys pop in the chat and have really great herbal knowledge. It's super helpful. So someone just asked about appetite stimulation. So here are some great herbs there. Up here. Okay. Yeah, that's the appetite. Someone asked... I can't even say your name. Someone asked about urinary tract, though. I swear, sometimes you guys have the funniest names, and it just, like, throws me off for a second. So, yeah, UTI. There's a whole urinary tract section. Cranberry. Low-key is one of the best ones from my experience. Keyword my experience. Every herb is going to be different for every single person, but so obviously do your own research. But there's a compound from cranberry called D-mannose, like the letter D, MANNOSE, I believe, that you can get at your natural grocery store in like powdered form or capsule form. And that can be really helpful. I've even used that on my cat before when she had a UTI. Would one buy these in pure form, example, calendula for liver detox, or is it a topical cream enough? Yeah, that's an excellent question. So you can work on both systems of the body, like both systems, like through the skin and also internally too. PCOS, Valerie asks. Valeria. Dermatitis. Glaucoma. Okay. So let's go there, like in the very beginning for eyes, because I keep on seeing, I saw your question. So that would be eyes, glaucoma, bilberry, holy basil. So once again, we have holy basil. Castor oil packs, anyone? Absolutely Swifty Witchy. Actually, speaking of eyes, castor oil is really good for eye health too, and can help clear out your eyes. But holy basil is an adaptogenic herb that works on all systems of the body and is absolutely incredible. It's one that I personally take every single day. Really good for regulating stress levels, all different sorts of things. Honestly, probably holy basil is one of the reasons that I can go live for like 8 hours a day. I love holy basil so much. I love growing it in my garden too. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for sharing the live too, and just for being here. So someone asked about endometriosis, so endo, and then there was also a PCOS girly in the chat. So endo and PCOS, both completely related to hormones, and both totally tied to excess estrogen, not enough progesterone. So really wanting to balance those hormones out, get them into a balance, is going to help with a lot of the things like painful periods, PMS, even things like hair loss or the opposite, hirsutism, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, balancing hormones is super key. And you'll notice in a lot of these lists for endo and PCOS alike that there's a lot of really great liver detoxification herbs in them, like dandelion, Oregon grape, licorice root, milk thistle, all because when you detox your liver, you're able to move out a lot of that excess estrogen out of your system so that progesterone and estrogen can come back into balance. Progesterone is the hormone in our female bodies that's really good for creating a baby. Progestation, progesterone. It spikes at different parts of our cycle, and estrogen spikes at different parts of our cycle too. It's a really beautiful balance once what they have together, but if they're out of balance, it can cause hell and so much pain. So really wanting to focus on getting those hormones back into balance. And out of this list, you can do your research on each of these individual herbs. And that's why it's super key to have this book in hand so that you can like flip to the pages and learn all about them. Because some of them are going to like raise estrogen, some of them are going to lower estrogen, and it really just depends. So doing your research and like cross-referencing between all of these systems, all of these different sections is going to be really helpful to learn more about your entire body and how all of the systems work together. So speaking of endo and PCOS, I would definitely also, like I was just talking about liver health, I would also go to the liver health section because that's going to be super helpful for learning how you can detox your liver from that excess estrogen, because you got to get out of your body so that you can stop having inflammation. Because too much estrogen, you guys, like causes crazy inflammation, tender breasts, painful periods, the hirsutism, all sorts of stuff, ovarian cysts, even the fibroids, that can all have to do with excess estrogen. So detoxing the liver and really moving that estrogen out of our system is going to be key for helping to manage, or even, I can't say the word, get rid of, maybe I can say that, get rid of PCOS and endo, because it totally is possible. I'm trying to be so careful with my language, you guys, because obviously I'm not trying to like get banned, but I'm just super passionate about this because I had PCOS and I was able to help myself with herbs, and I've had so many other different chronic conditions that my eyes have just been open to once being able to help myself and being on the other side. And that's why I'm super passionate about helping you guys too, empowering you with the knowledge and information to learn how to take the steps forward. But definitely get this book if you want to do your deep dive and your research, because this is where you're going to want to learn all this from an actual herbalist. Shasta says, diet is a huge thing. The government poisons our food sources. Yeah, 100%. Getting your diet right, especially for PCOS and endometriosis, like things like just eating enough food, you guys. So many women like are chronically not eating enough food and eating enough protein, eating enough fats and carbs. Not drinking coffee on an empty stomach is so important for women, because if you're drinking coffee on an empty stomach and you're a woman, you are literally spiking your cortisol, which spikes your estrogen levels simultaneously. And that is gonna cause you to be in a negative feedback loop over and over and over again. You're gonna have super painful periods, and it's just never gonna stop. So like eating enough food and then having coffee is super key. Even on the theme of liver detoxification for endo and PCOS, something like castor oil packs. I know someone mentioned that in the chat. Castor oil packs are super, super helpful. And even like working on lymphatic health too. Lymphatic drainage, gua sha. It's also really good for your skin. It is, yeah. It's by Claude Davis and also Nicole Apelion. Your daughter's fighting eczema for 17 years. Anything that can help her, Tony says. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that. So there's a whole skin section. And like I was just talking about, the liver, and I think David also mentioned in the chat, mentioned a really great point. The liver and the skin and the gut are all connected. And that's something that I always reference whenever I'm going to the skin section. So eczema is a skin condition. It has everything to do with your liver and your gut. So referencing the liver and the gut section. So there's liver. And then we also have gut too in the beginning of the book. Whoopsie. Yeah. I think I just passed it again. So liver, and then everything to do with the gut. So even like leaky gut too. Does she also have digestion problems? Maybe, because it's all connected. So liver and the gut are going to be super helpful when dealing with something like chronic eczema for 17 years with your daughter. So dealing with it from the inside out is going to be a super, super helpful way to go about it and get to the root of the cause. And then also dealing with it from the outside in, like using some really soothing topicals like aloe vera, chamomile, calendula. Those are all going to be super, super helpful to help soothe it in the moment. And this book teaches you how to make your own salves. So personally, I make all my own skincare now, and I have been for years from the herbs that I grow in my garden from seed. So this book will teach you how to make your own oil infusions, your own teas, decoctions, salves. So like you can make a salve for your daughter for her eczema, and you don't have to grow your own herbs in your own garden. You can literally just get these herbs online, source them organically, of course, and start making your own salves. It's way cheaper and way healthier than so many of the other whatever you're currently might be using. So yeah, teaches you how to make all of this stuff. And this is what I keep saying, you guys. This is information that you're learning from a legit herbalist, not just from someone online that might just be like regurgitating information. This is all information from an actual herbalist that you would otherwise have to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in a course to learn this level of information, this detailed, this thorough, giving you all of the ratios, all of the measurements, step by step. Absolutely perfect for beginners. So I would definitely recommend getting this book, even if it's just like one symptom or situation you're dealing with, just to learn how to make your own tincture or salve for your eczema. It is so worth it. And if you've never purchased anything from TikTok before, you can also, I know someone asked about teeth stuff. I'll just zoom in there. You can also get it for half off at this little orange shopping cart here. And I think it comes out to like only $20 or something like that total for like tax and shipping and everything included. But if not, they're still running a huge sale right now. And I think it's like $33 for everyone else. So just see what it comes out to. They also do Klarna, you guys. TikTok is so legit. You can finance it too. I bought one of these books. They have multiple books. This author about all things like gardening, whatnot, off-grid stuff. I paid $7 like outright, and I'm gonna finance it for $7 a month. So you can literally pay as little as like $7 a month, like 0 interest, using Klarna. So that's always another option. Okay, 38 new messages. I just popped off on PCOS and there's like 40 new messages. Let's see, where can I get the gardening growing one? Go to my profile, and I have a little icon on my profile. I think it's called the Showcase. I have all their books listed because they're all amazing. I literally bought all their books, you guys. And we'll definitely be talking about all the other ones they have. Okay, acid reflux. So for acid reflux, I would definitely reference the indigestion section. By the way, this is the absolute sweetie face, sweetie pie soul. I've talked to members of their team. They're super cool people. This is who wrote this book. She wrote it with her grandpa. That's the cutest thing ever. That's who you're supporting. So with things like, gut stuff, I forget exactly what your acid reflux, digestion would be digestion and heartburn would be places that would be the most helpful to look for sure. Joint pain. Okay. Let's see. So joint pain, that would be tendons, joints. So yeah. So then in this list, we're going to find a lot of herbs that you can take internally. Some of them you can take externally. Some of them both. So with joint pain, you can learn how to make your own salves in this book that are going to be really soothing to put over those areas of your body that you're dealing with the joint pain. And it just depends on which herbs are good for which. And that's why I recommend going to each of these pages and learning more about them. And then you'll find recipes to make recipes for things like salves for things like joint pain in this list. Dark Swordsman just said, I just ordered it. Awesome. Stoked for you. Okay. Someone says, where do you find the herbs? Thank you, Divinely Goddess. I appreciate that. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies is what it's called. So where do you get the herbs? You can get them from a place called Mountain Rose Herbs. Mountain like you climb, rose like the flower, and then herbs. You can go look that up. Also, another great place to get them from is your local natural grocery store. Sometimes they have them in bulk, in organic or the wild crafted form. Alicia asks, do I do tinctures? Yeah, definitely. I love tinctures, and I also make my own. And you can learn how to do that in this book. I'll show you. So I just recently made a California poppy tincture because I have a ton of it growing around my house, and it's really great for pain relief, insomnia, so many different things, anxiety, depression. So I just think it's a really great one to have on hand, and they're super easy to take. I love tinctures. You can also travel with them. I've also made a feverfew tincture before from herbs that I grew in my garden, and that was really great to take when I was having chronic migraines. I've made, what other tinctures? I made a gynostema tincture. I made a lot of different tinctures. Tinctures are a really great source of getting herbs in because it's very easy to take and probably like the most potent way to get herbs in. So yeah, I really love tinctures. Wild yam tinctures. Yeah, you can certainly do wild yam tinctures. Wild yam is really incredible for increasing progesterone levels. And that's going to be great for all the women in our chat who have been talking about things like endometriosis and PCOS for hormonal health. Exactly. You already know, Alicia. Cool. Thank you, Divinely Goddess, for sharing it. You guys are awesome. Okay, so anxiety. Someone's asking about anxiety. That's a great one because oftentimes when we're dealing with chronic conditions, it can cause a lot of stress, and maybe even the anxiety that we're having could be causing the chronic condition we're having. You know, it goes both ways. So there's a lot of really great anti-anxiety herbs here, and I'll just speak from my own personal experience, which ones have helped me. But also, like I've been saying, you guys, please use your own discernment because certain herbs in this list are going to be better suited for your body. Some are going to be better suited for my body. So that's why I just recommend doing your own research and looking them up on the pages themselves and going and doing that deep dive and seeing which are going to be best for you. But yeah, I was just saying how I made a California poppy tincture. It's really good for anxiety. I love that herb. It'll literally just like knock you out if you take a lot. It's good for insomnia. I also really love ashwagandha. That's really helped me with my PCOS that I had. It helps to lower cortisol, you guys, which can help to regulate all of our hormones in general, because cortisol is a hormone. So California poppy, ashwagandha that I really love. I love lavender too. Having lavender tea at night, I just love so much. It tastes amazing too. Especially lavender with lemon balm and lemon verbena together. They all taste so amazing. They're all very soothing anti-anxiety herbs. Lemon balm is also really great for the circulatory system. Someone earlier was asking about like excess sweating. Lemon balm is really great for that too. Lion's mane is incredible. I love taking lion's mane. I make matcha every morning after I have breakfast. And I like to put lion's mane in it. Lion's mane and matcha just like gets me lit, like a firecracker. And then I also love taking reishi. This has also been a really supportive herb for PCOS and works on all systems of the body. Also, it's really great for insomnia too. Reishi is one of those things. Okay, so it's an adaptogenic herb. Reishi is an adaptogen, meaning that it works on all systems of the body and helps to regulate your entire body and bring it back into homeostasis. So that's why you'll see reishi in so many of the lists in all of the different conditions here, like all the systems of the body, because it literally helps with everything. Same with lion's mane. Reishi is one of those ones that's under the C word list. I can't say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Starts with a C, ends with an R. But yeah, I also love St. John's wort too, and using it as an herbal body oil. I love putting it on my body after I take a shower at night just to wind down. It's absolutely incredible for the nervous system. One of my best friends has sciatica, and she makes her own herbal body oil from St. John's wort flowers that she harvests in Oregon, and she infuses it into olive oil and rubs that all over her sciatic nerve, and that's been really helpful for her. So yeah, those are my favorites personally. I know that skullcap is also an incredible nervine herb, meaning it works on the nervous system. You guys, there are whole classes of herbs. There's a whole class, of herbs called nervine. So Nervin, nervine. So they work on the nervous system. Things like skullcap, things like lemon balm, in California poppy. They're all nervines. They all work on the nervous system and help to relax us. Really great for anxiety. That's why you'll even see some of those herbs, skullcap, in the Parkinson's section, because they're that powerful, you guys. It's amazing. Okay. Someone asked about do you recommend mushroom coffee? Definitely. I love making mushroom coffee. I don't really drink coffee anymore. I'm more so epilepsy. Yes. I drink matcha now and put lion's mane in it, and it honestly gets me on the same level of as coffee, but doesn't like make me feel like super spazzed out. But mushroom coffee, there's a lot of great mushroom coffee brands out there for sure. And it can be a really great way to disguise the flavor of mushrooms too, because a lot of them can be super bitter. So having them with coffee is really nice. Let's see. Thank you, Ria. Yeah, I see a lot of people asking like where there's Alzheimer's too. Yeah. I see a lot of people asking like, where do you get this book? What is it called? So I'll just reiterate that. So this book is called The Lost Book of the Herbal Remedies, and you can get it here on the TikTok shop, the official shop where the authors are selling it. Keyword the official shop, because there's a lot of sketchy stuff going on because this book is in such high demand that people are doing weird stuff and like selling books that aren't the real ones and like have missing pages and are like physically smaller and stuff. So definitely want to get it from the legit store. I have it linked here. And what's cool is if you've never purchased anything from TikTok before, You can actually get it for half off, which comes out to like literally just $20 total with tax and shipping and everything. But if not, I think it's around $33 for people that have purchased from TikTok before. But either way, it's such a good deal, and it's still completely worth it with everything that you're getting from this book. Highly recommend it. This is like herbalism level knowledge that you would normally have to pay hundreds of dollars to get all of this from. Oh, and you can also, you guys, if you can't even afford that, you can also finance it. You can get it for as little as $7 a month. You can use Klarna. TikTok is legit. They have Klarna integrated as one of their payment processors. So you can just pay $7 a month. Something like that. I think that's what I paid. But that I bought it for $50. So it might be even cheaper. Depends. Yeah, it's the cheapest price that it has been since they started selling it. It's super cool. Yeah, they don't have TikTok Shop in Canada. I know. I'm sorry about that. I hope you guys can get it soon because it's such a great book. I hope that everyone can have access to this book. High blood sugar and blood sugar levels. Yeah, they have a whole section on, I would reference diabetes, even though it's like maybe you don't have diabetes. This would just be really potent herbs that are going to help to regulate blood sugar. Also, a really great tip for regulating blood sugar is just taking a shot of apple cider vinegar before meals, as well as walking after meals can really be helpful for regulating blood sugar. And then high blood pressure. That would be in this whole, heart, H for heart. Heart and circulatory. That would be like this whole section right here. Organic apple cider vinegar. Exactly. Yeah, organic apple cider vinegar with the mother. Cool. You just started taking apple cider vinegar? Nice. That's good. Yeah, it can be really helpful. It's like one of those things where it's just like, oh, apple cider vinegar, like pretty much everyone has that in their house. Some things can be really easy to start with, and you can also infuse. That's the cool thing. Okay, so we were just, if you want to take it up a notch for blood sugar regulation, let me just put you on. So pancreas, P for pancreas. So if you want to even have like more potent effects with that apple cider vinegar you're taking, you can make a tincture out of apple cider vinegar and infuse certain herbs into that apple cider vinegar for even more blood sugar regulation. But of course, do your own research on all these different herbs and see which ones are going to be right for you. Some of them may not be right for you if you're on certain medications and whatnot. So yeah, you can make your own apple cider vinegar tincture for blood sugar regulation. That's going to be way more powerful than just taking ACV alone by infusing these herbs into it. And this book teaches you how to do that. Fertility, pregnancy, yeah, for sure. It's starting to get dark here, you guys. Sun already set. Let's see. What was I doing? Fertility. Sorry, you guys. I've been live for like, I don't even know how long. I think like 7 hours. Still going strong though. So fertility, I would definitely reference obviously the fertility section as well as the hormone regulation section. Those are going to be really great places to start because fertility has everything to do with our hormones. And often if you're dealing with fertility issues, it has a lot to do with not having enough progesterone, and wanting to raise your progesterone levels can be super key. And if you have too much estrogen, that can stop progesterone from coming back into balance. So in this section, you'll find some really beautiful herbs that can help with detoxing that excess estrogen so that progesterone can come back up in relation to the other one. Okay. Let me take a sip of tea. Hold on. I've been talking nonstop too. Okay. Let me see. We did fertility. Okay. And then someone... Oh, yeah. You're due in a couple months. Congratulations. My sister just gave birth yesterday. Oh, you guys can hear the crickets? Good hearing. I live off grid and I have all sorts of... Those are actually frogs. Probably crickets too. But yeah, we have sheep here. We have a llama. I'm surrounded by cows, horses, donkeys, pigs, chickens, roosters. Yeah. Thank you, Kayla. Yeah, the whole there's a whole female section where it talks about like pregnancy, labor, postpartum even. I know. I'm an auntie now. I feel so blessed. And she was born yesterday. Tomorrow is my birthday, so we're born within 2 days of each other. Seriously amazing. Stomach issues. Another Kayla asked about, what book is this? This is the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. And this is what it looks like. Right now we're detailing all the different symptoms that are in the different body systems in the front part of the book. You can also go and look up each of the herbs that are at the specific pages that they're at. It does an entire deep dive on them, even teaches you how to make your own herbal remedies too. So it gives you like actionable steps so you can start making it yourself. Perfect for beginners, you guys. This is like the best book to start with, herbalism for beginners. Very comprehensive, very easy to follow too. And yeah, like straight up herbalism level material that you would normally have to pay like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for. And it's linked right here in the little orange shopping cart. And you can even get it for half off, which comes out to be like just $20 total, tax and shipping and everything included for people in the US. But if not, they're still having a sale for everyone else. Fleas for dogs. I would look into diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth probably is spelled the way you think it is. Gastritis. Okay, let's see. So that would be under digestion. It's on the bottom. Arthritis too. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of questions coming in, you guys. I'm not trying to skip anyone. I'm just trying to help everyone. So Angela asks about brain fog, and that's perfect because it's completely related to what we're talking about here. Anything to deal with the gut, because the gut and the brain are connected, right? So we want to look towards leaky gut. Are you having brain fog? Are you also having digestion issues? Because that also could be the case. So looking at the digestion section for anything like brain fog, fatigue, adrenal fatigue, just low energy in general, our gut is going to completely be connected to that. So yeah, that's all about the brain fog, but we're about to do, the gut, but we're about to do arthritis. Also, things like lion's mane mushroom is incredible for both the gut and the brain. I was trying to combine the words. Lion's mane mushroom is really great for the gut and the brain because it works on that gut-brain axis. So arthritis. Also digestion. Yeah, exactly. The gut and the digestion. Same thing. Sinus infection. Tay says, please do an sinus infection. I'm dying. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. So I would look towards the respiratory, this whole section. So things like, are you having a lot of mucus, or is it something more just like inflammation? Because they're different, and there's different herbs for here, and sometimes there's an overlap, but yeah, mucus or just like general just inflammation in your sinuses. But also I would look at like inflammation in general, as well as this section too that I may not say because I'll get banned, but this is a good section to look at for sure for sinus stuff, sinus infection. Okay. Angela says, thank you. This live is the most helpful I've come across. Aw, I'm so happy to hear that. Do you mean like everyone that's sharing this book? I'm super passionate about this stuff, you guys, because I've like lived through it and have been able to help myself and learn about all of these herbs, not only through helping myself come out the other side from like serious conditions like infectious diseases on my skin, PCOS, chronic migraines, like all sorts of crazy shit where I was like actually debilitated and couldn't move, like bedridden for days and months on end. And being on the other side, learning about all the herbs, and actually being on the side where I'm like gardening and growing the herbs myself now has been such a crazy, amazing full circle moment where I'm just like, wow, okay, so now I'm like growing all these herbs and making my own herbal remedies. I'm on the other side and now I get to help people, and it's such a blessing and like feels like a soul mission. Straight up. Amen. Yeah. Thank you, Rosanna, too. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Shady by Nature. A lot of people have been asking about that one. Fennel. Look into fennel. Candida. Yeah, for sure. I forget exactly where the Candida is at. It's definitely in this book. I would also look at I can't say that word. I would also look at this section for that. It's definitely in this book here somewhere. Let me know if you guys see it. I'll call it out in the chat. I'll definitely go back if I don't see it as I'm going through. Someone was asking about like coughing though. I'm pretty sure I saw something like that. Coughing, whatnot. Let's see. Candida. I wonder if that's like under infectious diseases. It's not infectious, but they even have schizophrenia in here, you guys. Candida. Men's health. They have men's health too. Just as important as women's health. Oh, someone's asking about alcohol. They have alcoholism too. Yeah, they have that for Gambi. Sciatica. Yes, I was literally just talking about how one of my best friends has sciatica. So for the person that was asking about the sinus infection, this could be a great place to start too. You're welcome. So yeah, one of my best friends has sciatica, and something that's really helped her is making a St. John's wort oil, infusing the St. John's wort flowers into an oil. You can also buy it some places online. But yeah, this is a great herb. Really, really beautiful herb. She uses that all along her sciatic nerve. I also use it too. I don't have sciatica, but I love taking a shower in like a hot, warm shower, and then using the St. John's wort oil all over my body afterwards, especially like my neck, my upper back, areas like that. It's so relaxing. Men's health, Cole says. Anything for nightmares, Social Outcast says. Yeah, I would look towards, okay, so men's health first, MN. So men's health has all about men's health. All about men's health. And then blessings to you. Sorry, there's a lot of comments coming up in the chat, and I'm just wanting to make sure we can get to. So nightmares. That's gonna be. I would go to insomnia for that. And then also anxiety too. I would reference the anxiety section as well as insomnia, and possibly even depression, and then also maybe even PTSD too. Because when I was in my height of like CPTSD, like complex post-traumatic stress, I was having a lot of nightmares and definitely found a lot of relief from certain herbs. California poppy is a great one for sure. Okay, let's see. Diabetes. Yes, there's diabetes. How are you going to use aloe vera for diabetes? So you can, okay, that's the thing. Aloe vera, a lot of people associate it with just for your skin. It's also really great for your gut and regulating blood sugar too. Let's see. Yes, shady by nature. Fennel for hydradenitis. I can never say that word right. Yeah. We were just talking about that. Go up in the chat for the person that's asking about hydradenitis suppurativa. Fennel is the herb. Your voice is calming. Thank you, Rosanna. Let's see. Waking pneumonia. Ooh, that sounds painful. Okay, so pneumonia, that's going to be under... Sorry you're dealing with that. That's going to be under respiratory. I'm actually going to go ahead and highlight that because I feel like a few people have asked. Look into fennel. You can learn more about it in this book, everything that it's good for, and also how to make herbal remedies from it too, from actual herbalists, which is super important. You want to make sure you're getting the right information. There's a lot of weird stuff online where people are just like regurgitating things and like making blog posts and videos. And I swear, every time you try to like research an herb online, you just end up on someone's blog posts and they have like a whole like brick of a paragraph and it's just like, back in 1997, when I started my homestead, I fell out of an apple tree and broke my elbow and this is how it all, and it's like, okay, I literally just want to learn what holy basil is good for. Can we please get to it? Let's see. Kayla says, ordered. I've had this book saved, but you had it for a better price. Thank you. Awesome, Kayla. I'm so stoked that you got it. I think you're going to love it. Eczema. Yeah, so eczema is actually on the next page. Allergies for Ashley. For sure. GERD too. Yeah. Courtney was asking about that. Okay, so eczema, anytime we're dealing with a skin problem, we also really want to focus on our liver and gut health as well. It's going to be super key. Isn't holy basil / tulsi good for hormone balance too, like motherwort? Yeah, for sure. Motherwort's also really amazing for women. Divine timing indeed, Kayla. Okay, let's see, you guys. We also have GERD, so that's going to be under digestion. So for that, I would definitely look into indigestion, because out of all of the different conditions, all the different symptoms and conditions, indigestion is literally the root. So going to the root is going to be super helpful. And obviously, like I've been saying, you guys, this whole time, you don't need to take all these herbs. Of course not. Certain herbs out of this list are going to be best suited for your particular body, and some of them not. So it's really just about having this book in hand and flipping to those pages and doing that research yourself, learning all there is to know about that specific herb, and everything that they're good for is going to be your best bet at determining which out of this entire list are going to be the ones that you're going to personally benefit from the most. Because oftentimes also, you guys, is what you'll find. Okay, so like say you have indigestion and you go to turkey tail and you're also like, oh, whoa, I also have like autoimmune. I also have allergies like all the time. What's going on? And you think it's not related. It absolutely is related, because your entire body's connected. You're not just like disjointed, walking around like disconnected. Like your entire body's connected together. So certain herbs are going to work on all of the different systems of the body and help with all of the different symptoms that you're having. So that's kind of how you can like start to determine which out of this list the herbs that are going to be best for you, and start to really narrow this down, because certain herbs are going to be good for you. And you want to also do research on like which herbs maybe are going to like interact with certain medications that you're taking too, because herbs are powerful, you guys, and sometimes they can interact with medications, and it's really important to do your research and have this book in hand, not just like screenshot this list, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. Leaky gut. What does that mean? It's when you basically have gut junctions. So we have these junctions in our gut that are supposed to be like tight and like basically hold our gut and our stomach together. And once we have leaky gut, the junctions start to like loosen up, and that's when food can get passed into our blood system and cause all sorts of issues. Leaky gut can also cause things like brain fog because our gut and our brain are completely connected. A lot of leaky gut can also have to do with poisons that they spray on our food that I shall not name because I don't want to get banned during this live. But a lot of them are in wheat products. A lot of them are also sprayed on vineyards like wine. So it's really important to eat organic food. Allergies, yes, for Ashley. Sorry, I just went on like a whole tangent. So allergies, I would just definitely recommend referencing the immune system section in general, as well as allergies specifically. Yeah, exactly. Swift witchy. It does. Definitely does. It's crazy. And that's why, yeah, that's like a common pain medication. And that's why it's really important to find natural alternatives that can help with pain that aren't going to cause things like leaky gut. Because you may be trying to help with your pain or your pain or your headache in the moment, but it's going to cause things like leaky gut, which literally can like be a dog chasing its own tail, because you take something like that and then it causes brain fatigue. It's just like, or brain fog and so on. It's just crazy. Type 2 diabetes. Yeah, diabetes in general, just all about regulating blood sugar. Is this the same as the Barbara O'Neill book? I don't think so, but she's awesome. I know that she's being sued like $47 million right now from that one big jab company. It's so crazy, you guys, what's happening in this world. That's why I'm saying, like, even just sharing this information is so controversial, and I have to be super careful about what I'm saying here and like speak in code about certain things and not even physically say certain words, because I don't want to get shut down, but I also want to share this information with you guys. Because yeah, there's an herbalist getting sued for $47 million right now by one of those big companies that isn't being held liable for poisoning people. That's all I'm going to say. Just praying for her, praying that she has angels surrounding her, got her back to help her get through this, because sharing this information is it can be dangerous for people, like these authors even. And that's why I'm saying, you guys, like, if you want to get this book, you should get it ASAP, because people's accounts are getting shut down literally just for sharing this book, and their pages are getting shut down. This book sells out every time they put it back in stock. And if you want to support the actual people that wrote this book and put their love and dedication and endless hours of research of herbalism into this book, you should definitely buy it at this link, because this is the legit store where the authors are selling it themselves, not the other ones. There's a lot of people, because this book is in such high demand and because they keep selling out, there's other shops on TikTok, even other places online that are selling it that aren't the actual book, that are like missing pages, that are like physically smaller than the real book. So yeah. It's such a hot take, but it shouldn't be controversial sharing information that could help people. I know, exactly, David. Yes, it definitely has. Western society. It's very crazy. It should not be controversial to help people, but the reason that it is because sharing this information demonetizes the major systems of our society, and that would make everything crumble. Okay. Yes. Every home should know how to use natural herbs, like for our parents. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I already know a little bit about herbalism and like physiology and stuff, but this book is constantly teaching me new things and giving me the resources to learn how to connect the dots between different symptoms and systems of the body, and it's like constantly blowing my mind too. And that's why I love doing these lives with you guys, because I'm always doing this research like live with you in person, not in person, but I wish. And just being able to like learn more and more and more every time I do these lives, and it's super, super helpful. I'm trying to learn as much as I can before I start my own family and have kids, so that I can have this entire resource to pull from. And it's really nice to just have a physical book on hand to just always be able to reference. OCD is in there, yeah. Obsessive compulsive behavior. Hormonal acne. Yes, Kayla, you should. That'll be amazing. This summer is the perfect time to do it. Highly recommend it. Making your own herbal remedies from the plants that you grow is so amazing. People are asking how to find the book. It's literally right here, you guys. If you're in the US, you can find it right here. There's a little orange shopping cart that you can click on and get it at. And what's cool is if you've never purchased anything from TikTok before, you can actually get it for half off. But if not, they're still running like a major sale right now, the cheapest it's ever been. So, yes. And you'll have an unlimited supply in the spring and summer and fall. Exactly, when you grow your own herbs. Exactly. That's one of my favorite things, like growing my own herbs and then having them to last me the entire season until the next spring is so comforting, especially in the winter time when I'm just like making my own herbal teas and my tinctures and my salves, just knowing that it was all of the herbs that I grew from my own hands and heart on this land that I live on. And it's just like pouring love into the plants, and then they pour love back into you, and it's even more powerful that way, I feel. Clove tincture, steeping now. Nice. Yeah, clove is amazing. Anything for hemorrhoids, pregnant and struggling right now? Yes, definitely. Hemorrhoids intervene under skin. So there's all of this. And keep in mind, okay, so you're pregnant. Keep in mind, some of these herbs are not going to be pregnancy safe. So please, please, please do your own research when looking into these herbs and see which ones are pregnancy safe and see which ones are not. Some of these you take internally, some of them externally, some of them both. And the ones that you put externally, like use as a topical, you can make into a salve or an oil. And this book teaches you all about that. Yes, exactly. You're so welcome. Congratulations on your pregnancy too. It's super exciting. Oh, Kayla, because you're pregnant too, yeah. You're so welcome. My sister literally just gave birth yesterday. And it's really exciting. I'm an auntie. Colitis. Yes. That would be under gut. Okay, and Yon is having trouble conceiving, so the opposite. So yeah, we can do that next for sure. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so excited for her, and I'm so excited to be an auntie. It's seriously the best feeling ever. She's my little Taurus twin. So I would reference this entire section for colitis. Ulcerative colitis would be a really good one even. And even just indigestion in general. For Yon, she's struggling to conceive. So I would definitely reference the fertility section. And that has everything to do with hormones. Oftentimes, struggles with conception and fertility has a lot to do with not high enough levels of progesterone. So like getting your progesterone levels up would be super helpful. Even taking something like getting your hormones tested, not by blood, but by urine is way more accurate. You can do something called a Dutch test for Jan. It's, hopefully I'm saying your name right. It's DUTCH, Dutch. That's a urine test that you can take to test your hormones, because your hormones could have a lot to do with fertility. So I would look into that. And then also someone that can read the Dutch test too.
Oliviera, what's going on? There's a lot of like really big live hosts that do drag. Sophia.
Heal our bodies, it's amazing. So in a way, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so glaucoma, back pain. Exactly, just a different type. Oh, can't show that page. Okay, let's see, it's getting dark here. Can you guys hear the frogs? So eyes, glaucoma. Javier said, got mine. Awesome. Super stoked for you. Thanks for supporting the family business too. Oh my gosh, as we're talking about pregnancy and everything, my family has a group chat right now, and my sister is sending pictures of her baby because she literally just gave birth yesterday. And after I'm done with this live, I'm so excited to see. Oh my god. I could literally just do a backflip right now, I swear. Okay. Such an amazing book. It really is, you guys. Fibroids. Okay, so for fibroids, I would definitely reference endometriosis. That would be a really great place to start, as well as hormones too, because oftentimes with fibroids, it's because of excess estrogen, and endometriosis would be a really great one. Yes, exactly. There's a section on both of those. Donium, Mackenzie. Yosida Cruz. Yeah, the link for the book is right here, and you can purchase it right here. If you've never purchased anything from TikTok, you can actually get it for half off. And they're also having a huge sale too right now, you guys. Now would be like the perfect time to get it because it's the cheapest it's ever been. PCOS, yeah, for sure. So many PCOS girlies in the chat tonight. Oh my goodness. And I feel for you because this is something that I've personally had. And I also just want to say, you guys, with any issue that we're dealing with, PCOS, endometriosis, any sort of hormone fertility issues. There was a woman talking about having trouble conceiving. I just want to let you know that you absolutely can heal your body. There is an end in sight. And it's just a matter of removing the things from your life that are hindering your healing, and putting things in place that are going to help you heal. You're so welcome, Morgan. Okay, let's see. Back pain. Okay, I keep on seeing back pain come up. I saw that one a few times. Fertility treatments and all. Okay, Morgan. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Puddin is asking about hormone imbalance. Oh, I remember you from the other night. Love seeing your cute face again. Lesions, I think J. Cole is asking about. Acid reflux, back pains. Okay, there's a lot of questions coming up, you guys. Okay, back pain. It's starting to get dark here. It's getting later in the evening, and I'm about to have dinner soon. So I'll do a few more. I really want to help all of you guys out. There's been a lot of questions. I'm not trying to skip anyone, I promise. I really want to help all of you and get to you. So I would look towards like nerve pain, even pain relievers. There's muscle pain as well in this book. The name of the book is The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. And you can get it right here at this orange shopping cart. And you can actually get it for half off if you've never purchased anything before. Or $33 if you have purchased. But either way, it's such a good deal. It's the cheapest that they've ever had it listed. And they keep selling out. Like every single day. Oh, you're all good. No need to be sorry. Yeah, not everyone sees it. Kayla says, I'll tell you what, castor oil topically helps a great deal with a lot of ailments and remedies. Totally. That's a great point, Kayla. Castor oil packs, because we were just talking about PCOS, we were just talking about fertility, endometriosis, all of the female hormonal related things. And castor oil packs over the liver can be so helpful for detoxing excess estrogen out of the body. And that's a really great place to start with like any sort of female hormonal issue, if it is estrogen dominance related. Castor oil topically can also be really great for like dissolving cysts, like physical cysts on your skin. Anything like that, fibroids, even like putting it over your uterus, your ovaries, dissolving like uterine fibroids and stuff. You guys, castor oil is so powerful. And it's also amazing for growing hair and eyelashes and eyebrows. Oh, for lymphatic cleanses too. But yeah, you can't use it during pregnancy because it's that powerful. It really gets things moving. That's what it does. Castor oil penetrates really deep through the skin, into the whole system, through organs. And yeah. Is there a remedy for low progesterone? Absolutely, yes. So that has a lot to do with PCOS, all sorts of hormone-related issues with women. And for low progesterone, it could also have a lot to do with high estrogen. So getting those back into balance. If you're like very, very low in progesterone, I would definitely recommend, if you suspect that or if you already know that, you can use wild yam cream, USP grade progesterone in the form of like vitamin E can be super helpful. The plant wild yam is super packed with natural levels of progesterone. So that can be a really great place to start. But yeah, I think we were just talking about high estrogen, and doing castor oil packs could be super helpful if that is the case, to bring down estrogen to allow progesterone to come back into balance with estrogen. That can be super helpful. Also, things like lowering cortisol is really helpful for raising your progesterone levels. So like things as simple as not drinking coffee on an empty stomach. You guys, drinking coffee on an empty stomach spikes your blood sugar so fast, like a rocket in the morning, which also spikes cortisol and estrogen at the same time. And it's really, really dangerous for women that are dealing with low progesterone, PCOS, endometriosis, anything like that. So always, always, always have breakfast before you have coffee in the morning. And that's really going to help with your hormones in general. Okay, cool. Thank you, Kayla, for helping out another pregnant mama in the chat. So sweet. I love to see you guys connecting. I love to see you guys all like forming a community and connecting in the comments whenever I do these lives. That's what it's all about. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Of course, Jessica, thank you for being here. I was just talking all about endo and female hormones. Are you a starseed or something? I was born during the Pleiadian lineup, I guess. My birthday's actually tomorrow, you guys. You have endo and you just joined. Okay. Did you see my comments? He left 91. No, I did not. Can you put it down below again? I'm getting a lot of comments, you guys, and I'm doing my best to make sure I get to everyone's, and I'm not trying to skip anyone. Thank you, Valerie. Taurus Sun. Yes, exactly. Thank you guys all so much. You're so sweet. I'm super stoked. High liver enzymes, menopause. Okay, yeah, I would go to the female hormone section. We were just talking all about female hormones, and then another woman just also asked about endo, so we can cover that at the same time, for sure. Yes, from the Pleiades, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's all sorts of menopause herbs. The list is continued up there. And then with endo, I'll just go over that again because this is something I'm super passionate about. One of my best friends has endo. I used to have PCOS, and PCOS, oh my gosh, another PCOS one. So many women have PCOS, you guys. Our hormones. You know, honestly, I'll just speak to this from more of like a philosophical, spiritual level right now with PCOS. I personally, thank you so much for the birthday wishes, by the way. I personally believe that PCOS has so much to do with our modern culture and having women hustle and having to work past their limits and work in ways that are not congruent with our female physiology. I think that when women are pushed in this way and we have to work and survive and struggle to live, we have our hormones go out of balance, and it makes perfect sense when we have elevated cortisol levels all the time. Our estrogen is going to skyrocket through the roof, which is also going to dump our progesterone levels, and that causes things like endometriosis, PCOS, fertility problems, hormone dysregulation in general. So yeah, there's a lot here that talks about all of the different herbs, but it's also like lifestyle too, you guys. Like, lowering the stress levels is so important when we're dealing with any sort of female hormonal problem, and lowering cortisol is super important. And there's so many beautiful herbs listed in this book that can just really chill you out. Really, really chill you out. Like, these herbs actually work, and it's just a matter of finding the ones that work best for you. And doing your research. That's what I keep saying. Because obviously you don't need to take all of these herbs. Certain herbs are going to be best suited for your particular body, and some not. Especially if you're pregnant, some herbs are not going to be good for you if you're pregnant. So really just like do your research, look into these lists once you have this physical book in your hands, and empower yourself, because these things are 100%, I almost said the word. These things are 100%, you're able to help yourself with these things 100%. I'll just say that. Research, yes. And things like endometriosis and PCOS oftentimes has a lot to do with excess estrogen. So in these lists, you'll find a lot of really beautiful liver detoxification herbs, because we're able to detoxify estrogen through our liver with things like it's getting dark here. Dandelion, licorice root, milk thistle, Oregon grapefruit. So yeah, really focusing on liver health as well when we're dealing with things like endometriosis is going to be super key. And they have a whole liver section here detailed that you can go and look through. My cat is like, feed me. Hi, baby. We've been here so long. Okay. Kidney or UTI, yeah. If you need to go, dear. I know, thank you. Yeah, I've been saying that I was gonna hop off the live for a little while now. Starting to get kind of dark now too. Okay, you guys, I'm definitely gonna go live soon again, because I want to reach more people and help more people. Donna McKenzie said, happy birthday, 25, and my son, 28, my daughter. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys all for the birthday wishes too. Yeah, and the foods we eat has a lot to do with hormones too for women's health, for sure. Thank you, Lois. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. You guys are the sweetest. I swear every time I do these lives, there's like the sweetest people. Thank you, Bree. I'll just buy the book, but thanks. Cool, yeah. You guys, thank you, Blue and Huya Lama Huran. Thank you for the birthday wishes. No, I'm not a doctor. I just research a lot about physiology and have gone through a lot of health conditions myself and have taken like some nutrition courses and read books about herbalism like this book and applied this stuff applied this knowledge myself too. That's what it's all about too. It's like actually having the experience and applying knowledge, because you can read all you want, but once you have like gone through stuff and like had to help yourself and do your own research, that's when you really like absorb it and like can connect all the dots, you know? I've tried a lot of things in this book that have worked, Brie. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the frogs are chirping, and that's kind of my sign to start winding down for the evening. But this has been so fun, you guys, and so fulfilling to help all of you. You will get the book next week, Yosaida says. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys want to get this book and I end this live before you're able to go get it from this little orange shopping cart here, go to my profile and I have it linked in my most recent post, a video. It's like a super clickbaity video, but you can look at it there. You can purchase it from that actual link. That's where you're going to actually find the legitimate book from the legitimate authors that are selling this book. Want to make sure you're getting it from the actual source, so you're not like missing pages or anything, because there's some weird stuff going on. But yeah, you can get it there. You can follow me if you like this type of content. I post a lot of like plant stuff too, because I'm super into plants in general. So yeah, I'm just really grateful that you guys were all able to join me here tonight, and hopefully you learned a lot and this has been educational and helpful and maybe inspirational too, to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel for you guys, because I always want to say at the end of all of my lives that there absolutely is help out there for you, and there is faith that your chronic conditions can be helped and that you won't have to go through this for the rest of your life. Our bodies have the most incredible, beautiful ability to heal themselves and to come back into homeostasis once we remove the things that are hindering our health, and once we put things in our lives and in our bodies that are going to help accelerate the healing, such as beautiful herbal remedies. And yeah, I'm just I'm rooting for all of you guys. I'm praying for all of your chronic conditions. We're all in this together. We're all one earth family, and sending you all so much love, wishing you a beautiful evening, wishing you a beautiful morning wherever you're tuning in from in this world. And I will definitely connect with you guys sometime soon. Bye.